this video, I will show a product demonstration of background queries, which is a new feature in Oracle Cloud APM. With this feature, you can create queries, run them in the background, and retrieve the results later. You can either run a single execution or schedule the query to run repeatedly at your desired intervals. For example, when retrieving a large dataset, you may encounter 1-minute timeout with a runtime query. Using background queries, the query runs behind the scenes until it completes and retrieves up to 1 million rows. Also, the result will be saved with unlimited time instead of 13 months retention time of the raw trace data. Another benefit of background queries is that it plays a vital role in data preparation. They not only run queries in the background, but also collect, process, and transform raw monitoring data into structured results. This makes it easier running deeper analysis or to create a dashboard as you can run queries based on the result set. Background queries are especially useful when working with large volume of data that require complex data transformations before analysis, visualization, and alerting. Let's see this in actual product. In Trace Explorer, if I want to run a query that takes a long time to execute, now I have options either to cancel the execution or to run the query in the background. So in this case, I would select a single run, name the query, let's set the maximum number of rows to 10,000, and submit. And this will automatically cancel the runtime query and brings the query to run in the background. While waiting, I can do something else or view the query that is submitted. The query is still being executed, but I have another query that runs the same data. So let's take a look at that. The result shows immediately as it is stored for the repeated use. Let's review another example. Here is the session data for the last 60 minutes. I would like to see the data for the last 7 days and schedule to run weekly. Let's say every Sunday. To do this, I can use background query, and I will use the repeated run option for this use case. This option runs the query repeatedly, overwriting the data each time. It is perfect if you want a snapshot of business activity for a specific time range. There is also an aggregated query, which accumulates the data over time rather than replacing it. Here, name the query and specify the date and time that the query runs the first time. I will set the time on the next Sunday, 12 a.m. Set the maximum row to 10,000 and set the repeat interval to run every 7 days for 7 days of data. Here is what will be added to the query, and submit. Now the background query is scheduled to run in the configured time. The execution status is pending because this is scheduled ahead and has not run yet. However, I have another query that I already ran with the same configuration, which I can look at. Here is a query result for the 7 days period executed on last Sunday. I can change the query to see different information. So let's say I want to see the total number of page views, which shows the value of 168,000 in this case. I can further create a widget based on these queries and create a custom dashboard. This is the end of the recording of the demonstration of background queries in Oracle Cloud APM. Thank you for watching.